Oh, hey, it's the level end orb.
Da, 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 da.
Beep.
Most of this video will be waiting for the time to count down.
So this is the Void Dagger equivalent for the Chaos Claws. It's the Chaos Bomb.
I am almost disappointed that it's not the Chaos Spear.
Yeah, me too. But this is pretty cool.
Rocket launcher!
Also, I really like the lighting engine that's used for this.
Oh yeah, that's actually really nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well done, MercurySteam. I know I don't say that often enough, but well done.
Yeah, apparently they redesigned the Mercury and the Mercury Engine 2 almost entirely from scratch for this game.
Oh wow.
And it apparently was optimized for the next-gen consoles for PS4 and Xbox One, but they just decided to go with 360 and PS3 instead.
Huh.
I mean, I suppose they were going for the larger install base, and they'd probably been working on the last gen systems for so long. And I'm not sure Konami would have given the money for the next-gen ports like they did to Kojima.
Yeah, Kojima was kind of busy. Yeah, Metal Gear got all the money. Or most of it. Anyway, this is Smashing Punch.
Ooh.
It is the guillotine equivalent for the Chaos Claws, although it's a little slower and it focuses more on a single target. Doesn't have the range that guillotine does.
Now, I'm expecting the castle to jump out of nowhere and attack you at this point, so...
No, this is not a plot episode. We've had several intense plot episodes, but
The hair! Oh my god!
the hair was very intense, but not the plot.
Hihachi! You're in this game!
Oh, I kind of wish we were still white hair Drac.
Yeah, that would have looked great on him. Anyway, this time we're just gonna go exploring. So now that we have the Chaos Claws, dealing with dungeon jailers and dungeon minions is a lot easier, because you can punch through their armor with the Chaos Claws.
Nice. Can we punch them off?
Yes. Although it takes a while. But you can totally do it. I also think that the parry animation and the visual and audio feedback for the parry is way better in this game than it was in the first.
Yeah, there's a very satisfying just oomph to it.
Demonstrated here. Yeah, so as I mentioned back in the first episode, armor does eventually regenerate. Like, you have to keep the pressure on in order to destroy an enemy's armor with the Chaos Claws.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Which means that if you haven't been collecting the pain boxes, especially the pain boxes for the Chaos Claws, you can be in a bit of a bad situation when you're dealing with enemies with armor. Another bad situation is that you probably don't want to be doing Y attacks when dungeon minions are around, because if you're if the Shadow Whip hits the dungeon minions for any reason while you're attacking a dungeon jailer, the attack will be negated.
Oh, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's very annoying. Like I said, there's lots of strange little quirks to the combat system that really bring it down when a lot of the fundamentals are still really good.
So there's a bit of mob management involved in this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what that reminds me of. Oh, I know. It reminds me a lot of one of the fighting styles in Yakuza 0, where if you happen to hit a wall mid-combo, you just bounce off it and your combo stops.
Oh no.
Ugh.
I mean, aside from that, it's still like one of the best styles in the game. So
Oh, so that was intentional.
yeah, I think they realized they had to nerf it a little bit. It's still the best, or like one of the best anyway, regardless of that.
I don't know if that sounds amazing or terrible. Like, adding such a blatant inconvenience for the sake of nerfing.
I mean, to be fair, you're not... if you're in tight quarters anyway, you're better off using a different style to begin with. But yeah, I'll let you discover that on your own when you get there, because it is great.
Yeah, I'm currently making my way through the Yakuza games. I'm still on Kiwami 1. Thank you, Chaos, for the suggestion.
Anytime.
Anyway, we're back through one of these hallways again. And you know what that means. Alright, Dracula, strut your stuff.
Oh, my prince! What a great honor to have you in my humble business! Please, come in! Come in! Make yourself at home! We haven't got much merchandise. We've only just opened to the public. Please understand, Majesty. Well then, what do you think of my shop, sir? The world is what you make of it, sir. If it doesn't fit, you make alterations. Now tell me, sir, how may I help you?
Alright, so in the Chupacabra shop, you could buy artwork, which is randomly selected every time you go into the shop. You can also buy extras of all the relics, depending on what's available for sale. You can also buy dungeon keys, which is the only way to get dungeon keys outside of killing dungeon jailers.
Interesting.
And of course, you could just outright buy Chaos Life and Void Gems.
Huh.
Thank you, my prince. I hope to see you soon.
I can't say I'm a big fan of the shop UI.
Just tell me what you need and I'll get it for you, sir.
I do like that little hotel bell.
Oh yeah, that's great.
What's this mirror?
You need an arcane object to invoke the power of that mirror, my lord.
This isn't the Mirror of Fate, right?
That is not the Mirror of Fate. We'll come back to that later. Actually unlocks another game mode.
Oh.
I gotta admit, they did a really good job with this part.
Wait, my prince! Your emblem. The dragon returns.
So this is the Talisman of the Dragon. It is basically our replacement for the Titty Demon from Lords of Shadow 1.
Oh, yes!
Yay, no more Titty Demon. I don't have to censor anything.
Oh, thank God.
And it's also way better. It's more effective, and it's a much cooler animation. I can't wait to show that off.
And all you need are 4 more crystals to activate it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, thankfully you only... they've nerfed it so that it's an extremely rare drop, but it's just the one.
Zobek will have questioned the scientist by now.
I should return to this.
I appreciate the elevator having a playlist.
Yeah, starting next video, I've made a much better preset to actually make the music sound like it's coming from a shitty elevator speaker. Anyway, this is a pillar of sacrifice. And check out this awful animation. Oh, ugh.
What?
By awful, of course, I mean that it's awful to watch. It's very well done. Anyway, this is the Kleidos. It is yet another set of collectibles. And it ties back into that mysterious mirror that we were looking at earlier.
Okay.
So for every pillar of sacrifice that we go to from now on, we will randomly receive either a slot to fill into that Kleidos medallion, or an upgrade to one of our relics.
I see.
And also, for some reason, this is a reference to Raoul Duke, the Hunter S. Thompson stand-in from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Is this supposed to explain all the people who wrote scrolls as they were dying?
I think so, yeah.
They all had quills that just dictate for you.
I think so, yes. And because they were using their blood, they just went mad from autotoxemia.
Huh.
We were somewhere around Wallachia, at the edge of the forest, when the drugs began to take hold.
Speech to text was pretty good back in those days, I guess.
Yeah. So that shot earlier of Dracula looking over the bar stool and the Chupacabra saying, "The world is what you make of it," is a direct shot-for-shot remake of a scene from the 1985 Western Silverado, starring Kevin Kline and Linda Hunt.
Huh.
Aha!
That's kind of neat, actually.
Nifty.
The world is what you make of it, friend. If it doesn't fit, you make alterations.
Weird place for that to reference to be, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like it's very strange. Like thematically, the scene has no connection to Dracula's story at all. Anyway, this is the fast travel system.
Wow.
Oh, I thought this was just going to be like the map rooms in Metroid.
Yeah, so both the city and the castle are separated into quadrants. Currently, we've only unlocked 2 of them, so we're going to go over to the Bernard's Wing and pick up some collectibles.
That's like the map room from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, I mean, you can't have the sun in this. It's Dracula.
Do you you don't have to watch that warping animation every time, do you?
No, I can't. Some of those cutscenes are skippable, but I can't remember which one.
Okay.
And this is a guy who tried to use the map system, and he got blood poisoning from it.
Yeah, his nickname seems very ironic.
I don't know if it's ironic, but it's certainly poetic. Anyway, there's that chandelier that's been taunting us. We can finally... Well, not finally. We're going to have to use the ensnared demon, because we're out of chaos magic. But we will finally be able to use the chaos bomb.
Well, that's one way to use it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Seems odd to me that they would not put a refill there if you're intended to come from this direction.
Yeah, it is pretty strange. Although I guess they wouldn't want to put a font there, considering you haven't been introduced to magic yet. I don't know. I guess they could cheat it.
They could have put the resource refills in the warp rooms. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, you could put a blood font and health font in the map rooms. That's a great idea. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Like, honestly, if I were gonna warp around anyway, it would most likely to get to a save room faster so I could recover in an EGA game. So why not just cut out the middleman?
Yeah.
I guess they weren't treating it as save rooms because this game autosaves all the time anyway.
I guess that's fair.
Anyway, if I remember correctly, we're going into another alternate room in Bernard's Wing that gave me a lot of trouble. Oh, yes. First, we're heading into another elevator. Now, some elevators are special in that they actually trigger random encounters when you go into them.
This looks big enough to be one of them.
And I do mean random. So the first time I went through here, I fought some dungeon minions. And the second time I went through here, I fought a variant of the Dishonored vampires that now have shields.
Huh.
Interesting
And
choice to
this is the same
randomize
elevator
those.
on 2 different takes.
That's really weird.
Yeah, and the further you get into story progression, the harder the enemies get on these random elevators.
Okay.
I guess they were trying to make up for the lack of elevator action sequences from Mirror of Fate. After we complained about them so loudly in the last part of our LP.
Okay, my next question is, do you have to defeat all the enemies to proceed?
I'm fairly sure you do.
So the elevator just does not stop until everyone but Dracula is dead. Again.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that's the case. I haven't actually tried to just wait it out. Next time I do some recording, I'll do that.
I mean, I'm sure it does work as we're expecting. It's just, that feels like a really weird choice for an elevator.
I guess they didn't want all the elevators to be just glorified loading screens, or at least didn't feel like it. So this guy tried to fight a dungeon jailer. Okay, I'll remember that the next time I fight a dungeon jailer. Thank you, Chester. I really appreciate it.
Good talk, Chester.
And oh boy, more harpies. So here we go. This is the Talisman of the Dragon.
Oh, it's as ridiculous and overwrought as I had hoped it would be.
You're not dealing with an ordinary vampire anymore, Kakarot. I have realized the legend.
I summoned the Red Eyes Black Dragon in attack mode. Go!
Red Eyes Black Dragon. Those are like the only 2 anime references I know. I'm sorry. And one of them's from an abridged anime. So, anyway, we can also use the blood keys there. It's basically another glorified loading screen to get through these other sections here.
Wow. Very dramatic lighting. I like it.
Yeah, so we're going through the Magmore Caverns section of Dracula's castle. Make sure to wear the Varia coat. So this proved to be quite a troublesome room. Because despite most of the platforming being quite automated, for whatever reason, this section is quite difficult. Also, I didn't point this out before. but you could see that the chains actually accelerate after a while.
They respect actual physics. That I think that's kind of neat, but that can be kind of annoying.
Yeah. And they're also like one of the only platforming options in the game that do that. Anyway, here's another pillar of sacrifice.
Oh.
What really makes that animation really uncomfortable to watch is that he like drags his wrist along the blade. It's not a clean cut.
I was gonna say what makes that animation uncomfortable for me to watch is more the fact that he's just doing it through his sleeve.
So I had some trouble getting down here, and I got stuck.
What?
Anyway, I think Dracula's just gonna sit here and think about his life choices for a bit. Anyway, I feel like I owe Civi 11 royalties for using that clip. Yeah, I was eventually able to free myself from that, but I feel like it was funnier just to leave it there for like 30 seconds.
I would have expected you to go in the lava, before you got stuck.
Surprisingly, no, I was able to break free of the lava.
Huh, how about that?
So there's another scroll over there, but first, actually, no wait, yeah, I go back for the scroll. So this guy tries to go over and to break down the chandelier, but he doesn't have the chaos bombs, so he's kind of out of options.
Too bad I didn't steal that bag of gunpowder.
Anyway, it's at this point I try to cross that gap for real, and I was determined, but I also kind of ran into some issues with it.
Oh!
Oh, I can see why that's obnoxious now.
Yeah. You know, I do think that if they ever make a Lords of Shadow 3, I want them to make it like Yoshi's Island, but with the Chupacabra as Baby Mario.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say Dracula as Baby Mario?
No, Dracula is Yoshi, and the Chupacabra is Baby Mario.
I almost want to see that reverse, though. I want to see Dracula crying like a baby, because he's separated from the Chupacabra.
Okay, but only if we could somehow shoehorn Marie back into the story.
I want to split the difference. Chupacabra is Baby Mario, Trevor is Yoshi.
Okay, that works. That definitely works. And we could set it somewhere in between Mirror of Fate and 2. Like after,
hell with it.
Like
hell with
after
it.
the
Just
great
do it all in the Mirror of Fate engine.
Yeah.
Call it Mirror of Fate 2 Woolly World. Do it all in yarn. It'll be perfect. Sell it to the kiddos.
We could get our first E10 Plus Castlevania game.
Yes.
Anyway, there's this rather ominous statue of a member of the Brotherhood of Light in chains. I wonder if Dracula just keeps that around to like stroke his ego or something.
Oh my god. Hello, Wolf.
Son, I called you here because it's past your bedtime. I don't actually want to go to the real world. Come on. It's 9:30.
All right, son. It's time for the bedtime express. Let's go.
Choo choo. And next time we'll go back to the plot. So that was a nice little excursion into Side Questville. There will be several others like that.
And we've pitched a new MercurySteam game.
Yes, definitely. Yes, Lords of Shadow 1.5 Woolly's World.
No, I've got it. Trevor's Woolly Wallachia. There, yeah, no, that Woolly Achia. Yep, there we go. We perfected this.